Bro. Bro, what? Phosphine bod. I got a phosphine freaking bod on my first try. Bro, what? 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 That's insane. Welcome in, my beautiful Beyblading behemoths. We have a nice bit of a special one for you today because we have a new legendary weapon that we are showcasing today, and this is a heavy ordnance one as well from the new DLC. This is the Heimdall rocket launcher, torch style, you already know. And this rocket definitely gives me heavy vibes of the Scourge, Plaguebearer, and even the Soul Render, as its main claim to fame is that instead of firing like actual rockets, it fires little doll soldier heads that attack nearby enemies. This is awesome. This is going to give you a lot of bang for your buck, and it's going to, just clear out ads without you even having to worry about them. Although there is a clear weakness with this weapon, which you will come to find out in the video. This is a legendary weapon that drops from Captain Willis at the very end of the DLC. If you would like to go out and farm this bad boy, if you're on UVHM6, it won't take you very long at all to get it to drop. And honestly, this weapon definitely does have some oomph to it, to say the least. Of course, I do got to give a huge shout out to our channel members that go out of their way each and every single month to support the channel. Much love, much love. Big thank you to Pikachu, KJ, Perplexity, and the homie General. Gotta love and shout out the channel members. Hope you guys are doing well. And with all of our introductions out the way, let's head over to the live action portion of the showcase, baby. All right, everybody, look at the phosphine bod. This is not the weapon we're showcasing today, but I did get my phosphine bod on my first try farming Axmal for a decent level 61. So it's here to make a cameo. What we're actually here to showcase today, fellas, is the Heimdall. Heimdall? I'll be honest. This weapon, heavy ordnance weapon, first of all, the arts on the weapon is, it's in that type of alley. But the thing is, this weapon reminds me heavily of the Soul Render. That is due to the fact that it kind of shoots, it kind of has a bit of a Soul Render and a Scourge / Plaguebearer combo, because it shoots these doll soldier skulls, okay, and they're from the Nightmare, so they're all like ugly, for lack of a better term. But these skulls will go around and they will shoot at enemies. Now, one thing I will note about this specific weapon has a weakness to is vile enemies, because for some reason in this game, with anything that shoots by itself or automatically, it seems to struggle to actually shoot vile enemy crystals. I would imagine it's the same for ordinate enemy crystals. And this is the time where I would actually go ahead and whip out the actual rocket launcher to showcase it, or just give a brief demonstration. But it doesn't shoot the dummies that often. So I'm going to use these guys as just an example. And as you can see, the little doll skull goes around, shoots, and does its thing. Now, we are on the same setup / build that we used yesterday for the Jet Setter showcase. Because Ordnance Cash, baby. Cash, being as versatile as he is, he can run just about any build you want, and he can perform pretty well inside of it. Now, this is a DLC 1 heavy ordnance weapon. If you would like to farm for the Heimdall, I'll be honest, bro, if I'm mispronouncing it, go ahead, correct me in the comments. Not perfect, no one is. But he actually is going to drop from Captain Willis, which obviously you would just go to the Maelstrom, teleport here, and then you would make your way over to this area, go inside of it, and then you actually have the Encore machine in which you can fight Captain Willis over and over again. If you're on UVHM6, dude, you're not going to have to take too many tries to farm it. I'll be honest, the changes they made to the UVHM levels and just the loot quality and how often it drops is low-key pretty nice. I will say, like, one example is that phosphines are a lot more common at UVHM6. Getting a good dedicated drop of the boss that you're farming is a lot more common at UVHM6, as I believe it's 2% per UVHM level. So at 6, you have a 12% chance versus if you're at no UVHM level, which pretty awesome. Anyways, now that we have a little bit of that out the way and where to farm this thing, I do want to go over our setup and build here, just because I feel like Ordnance Cache is probably the least used cache at the moment in terms of build. Now, it is similar with the fact that we have 3 out of 3 into Deadeye, just because we're going to do a lot of crits and crit damage. Might as well have that crit damage be as strong as possible. Heavy ordnance weapons, they do count as doing gun damage, which is really nice. and we are going to fully take use of Let It Ride. This is really nice because it allows you to get a lot of these Let It Ride stacks up and ready to go, because it counts for every single stack of fortune you lose, so you can very quickly build fairly high stacks of Let It Ride. As you can see, I have 82 just from doing a little bit of playing around and testing it. And this is really nice because with a weapon like this will proc every single time the skulls shoot. So all the skulls that are going to shoot from our rocket, we're going to do 75% more damage. We have 82 shots of those, and that's not going to really go down that much because we're going to continuously build up our fortune stacks. And anytime we go into Windfall, how many stacks we have, that's going to go straight into our Let It Ride portion. So what's really good about this is we can actually come into War Wagon, as War Wagon is going to let us have infinite ammo in our heavy ordnance weapon, because as it reads, whenever we deal kinetic damage, we have a chance to refill ammo into our weapon and restore the action skill with diminishing returns. This generally pulls from your reserves, but since heavy ordnance weapons have infinite reserves, it is infinite ammo. And on a heavy ordnance weapon that has very high damage per shot, getting infinite of those is pretty good. Also, amping them by 75% is also pretty good. Also, we do have a little bit of bonuses into truck full of nitro and our green tree. I do feel like getting down into tormented is very valuable because we're going to do increased crit damage, and we're going to do even more increased crit damage against jinx enemies. How are we going to jinx enemies, you may ask, if we don't have anything into luckless or accursed bones? That is where our good old cooler calm comes in. Whenever Cash deals ordnance damage to an enemy, that enemy becomes jinx. Whenever Cash kills a jinx enemy, he gains 20% ordnance cooldown rate for 12 seconds. This stacks up to 10 times. The second half portion of this calm isn't what we're here for. We're here for the free jinx on ordnance. That means any single shot from our rocket launcher here, our Himdall, is going to jinx the enemies, which is going to essentially give us a 50% critical hit damage bonus. Pretty darn awesome, on top of the normal extra 20% damage that jinx enemies take. You can see how the cooler calm combined with tormented, combined with Let It Ride, combined with War Wagon for infinite shots and infinite ammo and infinite uptime can be pretty good. But like I said earlier, one thing to note about this specific weapon is that we are very much so going to struggle against vile enemies. I'll just be flat out honest with you, bro. Vile enemies will kind of run up our pockets. Also, I was looking at some of our other comms here because low-key Torg comms can be pretty useful and pretty strong, but I'm kind of just running a little weak here, but it's all Gucci. I was thinking about running airstrike, but I don't really like this thing isn't doing splash damage, right? So there's just not the craziest reason to use it, even on a good weapon like the Pounder, which stinks because, dude, that's 25% extra gun damage. I guess what we could do, I could go double check our vault here. Oh, and yes, the one thing when using an ordnance weapon, guys, is that you move a lot slower, like a lot slower. Now, I gotta be honest, I haven't done too much enhancement farming since the level 60 cap, and needless to say, I might be a little bit behind the 8 ball in terms of making sure we're up there vibing it out and everything like that. Pounder, bullets to spare, gun damage. Okay, we'll take this one. And do I have any good one slot firmwares? This is where stuff can be a little bit, I mean, look at the trick shots or get thrown. What does this one do? Grenade damage. See, that'd be great on a grenade ordnance focused setup, but not really running that at the moment. Now, if you guys have any good ideas for a grenade ordnance showcase to show on Ordnance Cache, let me know. I could totally be down to give it a spin, give it a test ride, and see how it does perform. Now, airstrike isn't going to help us. I'll be honest, skillcraft seems like a very rare firmware to get to drop. I want more of these for card cache, because I feel like card cache and probably just card cache and crossfire cache would probably love some skillcraft. Anyways, it doesn't seem, because gadget ahoy, this is ordnance cooldown, right? I could increase. I do have a new kill spring. Oh, okay, hold on, bro. This might actually just flat out be goated, because I do have the ability to get, what, I just need 2 in a gadget ahoy. Worst case scenario, I could. Let me go check the rep kits. This is big stuff, dude. We want some better ordnance damage. We're going to get some better ordnance damage one way or another. We are looking specifically for gadget ahoy on a rep kit. This is where I kind of need to start getting characters as just mules just to hold the firmware per se, because see, this is on ordnance. I have a lot of Gadget Ahoy on ordnance, but I want it on. Okay, I don't want to get rid of that one. Like, well, look at that super duper fire rate. Yeah, we will not get rid of that one, bro. No way will we get rid of that. Let me know down in the comments below, guys, how often. Oh wow, so we are limited on firmware. It's fine. Let me know down below in the comments, guys, how are y'all looking on firmware, and who do y'all go to farm your firmware? Do you got a Splash Zone? I know Splash Zone's probably like one of the more popular ones. Unfortunately, we're gonna get rid of this one now. Unfortunate, but hey, it's gonna make our pounder better. Take that. This always makes me laugh. Like, what is that bug? Some random green that I totally don't even have. And then we want to go ahead and take our, where is our rep kits? Rep kit. This one. Yep. And then I apply it to this one. Yes, I did a little bit of Axmal farming earlier as I was farming for the bod, and I did get my updated kill spring. At least one that doesn't have lifeblood on it, so we can go ahead and rock that. We do have 2 out of 3 in the Gadget Ahoy for extra ordnance damage. Don't say we ain't slaying out and we ain't playing around, because we here to game and giga chat it up. Now we're gonna go ahead. Oh, I'll show the specializations before I forget. I know people like to look at these sometimes. Me personally, if you're gonna use a specialist, like if you're gonna use an ordnance build, that's where I feel like specializations play a bit more of a factor. Because generally for most cash setups, I feel like you just want to go down into Daredevil, just get honed mind and aim a gun, and then you can play around with the other 2 slots. But for an ordnance one, you kind of got to go into Gadgeteer. You get fragmentation payload, you get full spectrum arsenal, and then this is actually useful for if you run into a situation where you run out, or you mantle, or you gapple, and you are out of your ordnance and you need to get back. Since we have multiple bone die, we can throw those bad boys to get this back. Kind of acts as a now with caffeine, but when we throw our action skill to get our ordnance down quicker, it works really well with the dice. So with that being said, fellas, we're going to go ahead, do some movement and shaking. I will be honest, any vile enemies that we come against, they will provide some slight issues, but it's all good. I'm here to showcase it to you. I feel like this is probably a better bossing setup than it is mobbing, although it can definitely do some good mobbing. I've heard a lot of people talk about this specific ordnance rocket. Sorry, I had to get some sip of my agua, and we're gonna go ahead and run it through for you boys to show what it can do, see what it can do, see if it's got that oomph and that pack of punch. Let's vibe around. So the thing is with this playstyle, since it has so little, at least the specific one has so little in the mag, I'm going to be a little patient with it. As you can see, whenever we shoot, it will be amped. There's the third one. And then they're just gonna fly around, do their thing, and then only when it gets back up to 3 when we're mobbing, then I will shoot another one. Unlike the Jet Setter, we'll get a lot of value out of this one per shot with the mobbing capabilities through it, just because we get so, like, it doesn't really matter if they're flying, the skulls will still shoot. What? That is something I have no idea what just happened. Did I auto mantle onto that? Because that's a bit silly. Yeah, they're all ruined. It's all Gucci. See it. Give me some shots. Yeah. We only have one in the war wagon. Because with one in the war wagon, we can put other skill points and others. Wow. Is that 312,000 that we just hit for? Like, okay. Okay. I see you, my boy. I see you now. Oh, even that guy got cooked. So most of these enemies are just, wow, okay. I'll be honest. A little bit impressive. Yeah, we do have a few hundred stacks of let it ride, which definitely helps. Just free gun damage across the board for every shot, which we're never going to run out of that because we're just going to stack up more and more than we can actually deplete them with this type of play style. Dude, getting heavy modes. What? Did he just go through the wall? Wait, what? Did my man just go through the wall? Did I see that correctly? He did. Oh, when there's a boss, you can definitely spam these shots a bit more willy-nilly because they're going to all be shooting generally the boss, the healthy target. So it gives you a lot of opportunity to just get the shots right back. As you can see, I would say compared to yesterday's video, this one is definitely more consistent at mobbing than the Jet Setter was. Although, maybe this thing is just better than the Jet Setter, bro. This thing's low-key pretty nuts, like pretty nutty. Yeah, he's cooked. Although, don't let the destruction fool you now, because any vile enemies, they will have our head on a stick. And the nicest way to say it possible, they will have, dude, they really kind of have this thing fragging out with its design. I don't know how many people use ordnance builds and setups in this game. In yesterday's video, yes, okay, so perfect example. Yeah, see, not very Paragon, not very cool, not very cool, dude, not very cool. This is why vile enemies suck, by the way, because they just kind of mess up your play style. Thank you, Bod. Thank you. And now I'm going to shoot these off again. Yeah, let's get rid of that vile enemy. Thank you. No, he's got his crystals back. Anything but the crystals, bro. Please. Just shoot the crystals, man. Just shoot the crystals. This does not bode well for our Bloomreaper run. If you can't even shoot the damn crystals. Only thing about this setup, bro. Vile enemies. Excuse my language, but like I genuinely, enemies like this can get a little bit on my nerves because like I'm just here to showcase something else, bro, and I have this dumb goofball who is totally just hard counters to set up because my skulls won't shoot them, and it's kind of just a bit annoying. Like just a little bit of frickin' annoying, bro. Some stupid crystal counters my super cool Giga Rocket. Like, get out of here. No. Those enemies might honestly be more annoying than anointed enemies from Borderlands 3. They might be. They very well might. All right, we're gonna fire these bad boys at the boss. Let them do their thing. Let them do them thing. So as you can see though, on a boss, it has a lot more like a lot more times where I can spam it. Will it shoot this? Are y'all gonna shoot the... They're gonna shoot that? No? Guys. Oh, come on. Are you not even gonna shoot the giant cocoon? I feel like that's a bit silly. All right, show him who's boss, little dude. Good stuff, little dude. Little dude from across the street. Give me old dollar. Hey, you dropped a com. So this run of the vault, I feel like did a pretty good example of showing how good it can be, but also the little quirks and what can make it not perform as well and be a little bit weird, which is vile enemies for sure, and then maybe any sort of, I guess we can throw the boss's cocoon, like because you're not shooting where you want it to go specifically and you're relying on the AI to do it for you. There can just be some instances where it's a little bit silly, a little bit weird, and you're waiting for your automated skulls in this case scenario to actually shoot the target that you need them to shoot. But most of the time, it's pretty chill. Now, I'll be honest, for our Bloomreaper run, I don't know how that's gonna bode for our run of Bloomreaper, because they're not gonna shoot Bloomreaper's crystals, I don't think. I mean, I might just pop the crystals with the weapons, bro, and then we will, once Bloomreaper is actually damageable, we'll pull out the rocket and we will let it rock and let it vibe. But for those crystals, if that initial vial run was anything to forecast for the future, not looking too shabby for the brand, chat. But it's okay though. It is a-okay. My skull's not gonna proc. Oh, see, that's just rude. Oh, there we go. We're up. We're back up. We up. Get him, boy. Handle my lightweight. And I mink. I will say, not having to worry about ammo is pretty nice. It's a trade-off, you know. I don't have to worry about ammo, but I definitely have to worry about vile enemies. Oh, I mean, I guess generally you don't have to worry about ammo. And like any good build, really? What? I feel like you really shouldn't have to worry about ammo. Is that just a crazy statement from your boy? It might be, but I feel like it's true. Like a good build's gonna have some decent ammo upkeep on it for you, to make sure that you don't have to worry about that yourself. And if it doesn't, it better be spec'd into something else that it's really good at, methinks. Like, just because it doesn't have to replenish its own ammo, but if it does enough damage and it destroys in such a high volume in a quick succession, then that's good ammo efficiency. You won't run into problems with ammo. You see what I mean? I feel like this line of thinking is pretty easy to get on board with. Oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot one. What you doing there, bud? Who are you shooting? Oh, you shot that guy. And that guy. Honestly, not too shabby. Now shoot this guy again for me. That's right. That's right. Oh. He's flying through the wall? What you doing there, buddy? Yo, Jerry! Oh, bro, Jerry went away. I'm gonna call the skulls Jerry. Is it me, or if you name something, you feel a little bit more of an attachment to it? I feel like it's real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jimmy. Here you go. Yo, Jimbo! Damn. 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 Just gotta let little Jimmy do the thing. Yeah, it can also proc trick shot, which is I find pretty dang cool. Is trick shot really useful on this setup? You could probably argue you could put those skill points in a bit more valuable spot, but I like trick shot, dude. Get some bone shards and some ricochets. Dude, we're gonna take that all day, alright? No, never at 3, we reshoot. Let him go. No, I mantled. Oh, the mantle showcase. Look how they do your boy. Damn. Let's pull that out. Let's pull that bad boy out again. So, mink, 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 mink. Back up to full. You see how like you get Plaguebearer / Scourge vibes from a rocket launcher like this? Plaguebearer is one of my favorite weapons in all of Borderlands 3, bro. You just shot that high in the air, and then it would shoot off a bunch of strays at some enemies. What could possibly one-shot me? Respectfully, I want a kill spring. There shouldn't be anything on this planet that should be able to one-shot me, bro. Also, Chiseled, respectfully, I don't like you. You're a vile enemy. You're on the shit list. You're out of here. Yeah, Kaputski, brother. Let's go handle this boss. Let's go see how it works. Now, as I was saying, you see how this weapon gives Scourge and Plaguebearer vibes? You shoot the skull off and it'll go handle multiple enemies on its own without you having to do anything. Kind of cool. Now, let's see how this thing does against a boss like this guy. We're going to fire him off because it's a boss, so we can really stack them up. Also, we won't have to worry about booming ourselves, I don't think, unlike yesterday when I boomed myself with the jet setter. Hey, man. Not all of us can be goated with the sauce, all right? Sometimes we have a come up, all right? We're on the way up. Nothing can stop us. This is a bit slower than I would have liked. Can we be, yeah, dude, Bloomreaper might not be the best thing for Bloomreaper. But it's all good, because we're going to try our best. It still gets the job done. It's definitely not the quickest, but unique, consistent, yes, yes, 1,000,000%. I'm telling you, one day we're going to run through one of these vaults, and we're just going to get a good phosphine anarchy, dude. Adrenaline pump. Take that for the firmware. Yeah, we take the Wind Rider. Wind Rider's very, very good cash comm chip. I would go to an Ordinite processor, but I'll be brutally honest, I don't want to deal with all those Ordinite and Vile enemies that are totally going to counteract our whole weapon here. So what I will do is I will go here and I will snipe a Phosphine Hellwalker. Because I've been getting more and more Phosphenes recently, chat, and it's definitely due to the loot changes. The loot changes are very, very good. And I just want to make sure I can try and get some good stuff. Get some good. Oh, is that a rainbow vomit? That is a rainbow vomit. Well, you know what? 13 mil never hurt nobody. 13 mil never hurt nobody. I gotta stack up some money now. Dude, sometimes these vending machines have some good stuff. All right, I don't need to hold it. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Let's go get our Phosphine Walker. Mink, mink, and then I hold a jetpack and we zoom. We guide across. We do what we got to do. So it's April 3rd today, and that means we are about 5 months and 5 days from football season. Yes. I am a big football fanatic. I'm also a big advocate against barrels one-shotting me, as they just did. That's not my forte, OG. I don't like that. Now, ideally, we kind of rock it out here. Oh. I don't even know who's... Is my totem? Is that my totem over there? No, that was the doll skull. Hey, bro. Handle that. Did you just get one-shotted? Oh, my. Mink. Mink. Very interesting playstyle. I'm still trying to get a little bit used to it, because I'm trying to have it to where, like, we're doing a good chunk of spectating. Just let that guy go out. We're doing some spectating and letting the skulls do a lot of the heavy lifting here, which I think we've done a good job of showcasing. Show him up, boy. Get him. Get him. Snipe him. I want to see his health bar disappear. Yeah. Magic trick. Houdini. Houdini. Oh, yes. Yes. A bunch of cannon fodder. Yes. 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 I'm not even in Windfall because guess what? It don't matter. Don't matter, dog. Just keep stockpiling. They'll see the target. They'll be like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Nothing. Oh, that feels pretty satisfying. Can't even lie. Did I snipe the Phosphine bot for the boys? No, I didn't snipe a legendary anything. 200 stacks of Let It Ride, by the way. I told y'all. It's not gonna, like, you get that to a decent stack number, it's not gonna come off. It persists through, like, even if you go in a fight for your life and you bleed out, it's gonna persist through that. Where's the vending machine at, OG? The, what? Oh, it's over here. That's right. Yeah. Need to sell some of my junk. Okay. So I think at this point, I could run through Origo's Vault, but, like, we've already done 2 of the Vault bosses. Y'all have you got a decent grasp of how we'll do against some Vault. So now I think there's only one place left for us to go, which is Bloomreaper. Now I'm going to use this time to ask this question at this point in the video, because at this point in the video, the only people who are still going to be like actually watching are people who forgot to pause the video or who are like actively, you know, watching, chilling, whatever it may be, or watching, you hear me talk right now. For these types of showcases, because like I'm trying out a new format here with the new DLC where it's a lot more one-on-one, in which I'm doing a lot of the talking. There's a lot less like heavy editing, and it's mainly like I show the build, the setup, and we then run through, I guess, the more difficult portions of the game, mainly just Bloomreaper, and we showcase as I talk rather than like doing a voiceover because it's all live. And through that, these become a lot longer. Vile, yes, my worst enemy. But I feel like through that, it also becomes a bit more engaging. You know, it's not necessarily like more raw one-on-one, but it's less editing. So when something bad happens to your boy, it's going to be shown and noticed. The flower's going to hurt. And that's kind of what I've been going for. Also, it's a little bit longer. I feel like these days people like a bit more long form content, which is why I've been experimenting with them, stuff like that. So let me know if you like this style of showcasing where it's a lot longer and the live action portion takes up a lot more of the video versus how we did showcases at launch. Let me know. Oops. It's okay, because I just throw a couple of my 9 and I get my thing back. Let me know down in the comments, because I definitely prefer to do this style. I feel like it's a lot more engaging, a lot more fun. Plus, it gets me room to yap about other stuff outside of the game. Which, obviously, everyone here, we all love our Borderlands. But, you know, we all have other interests as well. I'm a big football nerd. Also, recently picked up Pokemon TCG. I'm off the map. So if you guys are some TCG fans, or, you know, just, hey, talk. What's good? What's good? Oh, no. That way. Big vibe, big ups. Yeah, man, let me know down in the comments how you feel. What's your preferred? Like a nice 30-minute chunker showcasing a weapon? Or do you prefer like the 12 minutes, bit more edited version? You know, all you can do is test and ask and just see, you know? Judging by the engagement and activity on these types of videos, it seems that like these are like a bit more well received. Also, you know, the game's just a bit more hot at the moment with the release of the DLC, which definitely helps and plays a factor. Now, generally how we do these runs is we're in and out. We do one run, call it a day. But here's the thing. The crystals are going to cause me a bit of some issues. So I think for the sake of Javid, I will Hellwalker them down. Although, I only have 1 in a War Wagon, not the full 3. So it... This is very, like, not cool. Come on. Just let me fight a boss, bro. You know, sometimes, man, I really don't like getting third-party by some randos. It can be very, very annoying. I can't even lie. Come on. Go away. I would use my rocket launcher, but... Go away! But I don't... The rocket launcher's not going to shoot these skulls. No! Mantle! This is taking way too long. Should have gotten a... I need to get a level 60 Dark Beast, huh, dude? I need to get that level 60 Dark Beast. Alright, yeah, not gonna be a plat run. But let's just focus on the task at hand here. How fast can I nuke? How fast can I nuke? Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you're gonna jump down to me. I'm jump down to... Oh, hey! Why? Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, dude, we... It's terrible. Mink. Wait. Yes. 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 Are you already down for the count? I can't believe it. I'm back in which broad. Hey, get back. Hey. 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 No! No! How am I out of a thing? I'm stack up. Hey. Hey! You suck! No one asked you. Leave me alone. Not your video, stupid creep. Oh, you don't have a... Ugly. Oh, ugly. Don't have an eyeball. Oh, come on, dude. Quit being lame. Hey, where'd he go? Don't worry. I mean, if I got rid of the crystals a bit quicker, I've been chilling. But hey, that's just a weakness of this weapon, bro. Yes. Whop. Yeah, we burned through a lot of our letter ride stacks on those crystals, bro. Let me tell you, dude. Those crystals can be unreasonably tanky for no reason. I swear, bro. Let me tell you. Anyways, though, fellas, that is going to wrap up the video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Heimdall new Legendary Ordnance Rocket Launcher. Bit of a Scourge, bit of a Plaguebearer, bit of a Soul Run, the nice little concoction of stuff that we have here. Only true weakness of this weapon, vile enemies and ordinate enemies. Gosh, those crystals. Regardless, fellas, thank you all so much for watching the video. Do consider subscribing. And once again, a big shout out to our channel members. Much love, you guys. Hope y'all doing well. Y'all have a great day. Consider liking the video, and I'll see those beautiful faces in that next one. Adios.